Welcome back. This is part 2 of my Final Fantasy XIV playthrough. If you tuned in for any bit of last episode, you will see that a few things are a little bit different with my HUD. I was able to reduce the size of my icons here at the bottom, thankfully, and kind of got things set. This was preset, so I saw that teleport and return were here, and they were also on here, so I just took them off of my main controls and just kept them over here for the time being. Let's see, I also found a way to get rid of the chat window for the time being, and I can simply just bring it right back with a click of one little button, and it's there. And if I wanted to get rid of it, I just go back down to it and hide log. So that definitely works in my favor, thankfully, in case anything in chat pops up that I just do not need down there. Especially if I'm trying to build some kind of reputation here on YouTube. Do not need the chat window ruining that chance. Anyway, I'm not going to take 13 minutes like the first video to get into gameplay. We're going to get straight into it. We're still doing technically the tutorial mission still, and right now we are going to go into the Pugilist Guild and start our class storyline. I know I said I won't do any side questing for that matter. If I ever get to a point where I'm just too low level and I can't continue the main story quest, then I'll pick up some side quests and I'll just do them here on stream or on YouTube. Can't say stream since I'm not live streaming it right now, but so we gotta talk to this person. Greetings and welcome to the Pugilist Guild. I see you already walked the path of the pugilist, yet your journey has only just begun. I highly recommend you add your name to our roll, for there is no better place in all the realm to train in our discipline than here. The origins of pugilism, as we know it, can be traced back to the staging of bare-handed bouts at the Colosseum. These contests attracted fighters from far and wide, bringing their that word just gets to me. Their myriad styles crashing together on the blood sands. Amidst their chaotic intermingling of styles, there rose a pugilist of singular strength and skill. This woman made it her life's mission to master every form she encountered, that she might refine her art. Among her many song-worthy exploits, we pugilists remember her participation in a gladiator tournament most fondly. Back when bare-handed fighting was still seen as a pastime for peasants, she took on fully armed and armored gladiators and effortlessly bested the lot of them. Word of her feats spread across the realm like wildfire, of course, and Ul'dah swiftly transformed into a center of pugilism, with people flocking from all over to train under this master among masters. The woman's name was Cornelia, and it is to her that the Pugilist Guild owes its existence. The art practiced here is based on her all-encompassing style, and this training hall is modeled upon the one which she once built. And there it is, a brief history of our guild. I've told this tale 1,000 times, but gods, it never fails to fan the flames of my fighting spirit. Now then, should you wish to proceed with enrollment, you must first obtain the Guildmaster's approval. Let me know if you would like to meet him. Well, yeah, I would like to meet him. So, are you ready to present yourself for the Guildmaster's inspection? Gagaruna wishes you to reaffirm your desire to join the Pugilist Guild. Master Hammond is among the greatest pugilists of our time. For long years, the man ruled the Blood Sands as the Holy Fist, though he has since retired in favor of training aspiring fighters. You will find him overseeing his charges yonder. Go now and show to him the fighting spirit that burns within you. And he's right behind us, right over there. I do like to read the quest journal. You have been referred to Hammond, the master of the Pugilist Guild. Seek him out by the training area. Ha! Past time you got your arse back here. Well, what did the dancer have to say about my proposition? First impression is not great. Hey, you're not my errand boy. There's no dancer, there never was. I'm not doing anything indecent, I swear to the gods. What? You're here to enroll? Huh. Well, why didn't you say so sooner? In my capacity as Guildmaster, I'd be glad to give you a primer on the art of hand-to-hand combat. Doubtless you already know this, but we pugilists fight with our fists and feet. While these don't deal as much damage as a blade, it hardly matters when you can land several blows for each swing of the sword. What we lack in destructive force, we more than make up for in speed and cunning. Under my guidance, not only will you master striking techniques, you'll also learn to string them together to deliver an endless flurry of blows. Only through such fierce combinations can a pugilist realize his potential. I'm not... Yarr! Oh boy, he's tired now. Crikey, I'm spent from all this talking. You ought to speak more, son. It gave me a chance to catch my breath. But where was I? Ah, right, joining the guild. Before you do so, I must warn you that the path of the pugilist is long and arduous. Do you believe you got what it takes to go the distance? Be honest with yourself now. Can you go the distance? Honestly, I'm not concerned about going the distance as a pugilist. I'm more concerned about going the distance of this entire game. And I believe I can. Yes, you have fighting spirit, and I can see it in your eyes. I see no reason to deny you a place in these halls. Welcome to the guild, son. For your first lesson, I want you to test your fletching skills against the vermin of Thanalan. Get out there and put down 3 marmots, 3 hornets, and 3 shrews. Return here when the deed is done. So now, our class quest. Having formally accepted you into the Pugilist Guild, Guildmaster Hammond instructs you to go forth and slay 3 shrews, hornets, and marmots. So some vermin cleaning up. So with that out of the way, gonna go to the markets now. Oh, and that's another thing I did off camera, like I told you in the first video. I got all the Ethernet nodes throughout the city. So I'm just going to the one over at the Thaumaturge's Guild. And we're gonna fast travel to the markets. Man, being this small, when you got sprint going, you really do feel like you're zooming. You're just zooming. Let's see. Sapphire Avenue Exchange. In case you're wondering, as you can tell just by the controller schemes, yes, I'm playing on a PlayStation, but I'm also happen to just be playing on a PS4. I do hope to have a PS5 in time for Dawntrail. Not specifically for Dawntrail, obviously there's a lot of games on PS5 I would love to play. Definitely the Spider-Mans. I do have vanilla Spider-Man here at my place. So no DLC or anything, but my main concern right now is just enjoying Final Fantasy. I know Spider-Man 2 comes out at the time of recording this video. It's October 14th, or I think it's 15th, it's past midnight now. So technically Spider-Man 2 is out this week. I'm not going to be ready in time for that. My main concern right now with my channel is to get little DeFranz here ready in time for Dawntrail. It's a very long journey ahead of me, but I really hope I can do it. Alright. So we got Sasaroga over here. And you are? Oh, a newly come adventurer, but of course. Yes, I am Sasaroga. What can I do for you? Ah, you would have me teach you the ways of the marketplace. Very wise. As for my fee... What, you expect me to do it for free? Surely you jest. My dear adventurer, when you ask an Ul'dan for a favor, you should at least try to make it worth his while. Judging by your garb, I rather doubt you could afford my services, but the fact that you offer nothing is laughable. There we go. Just talk about handing over items. I know. Let's see, there we go. Letter of introduction, a slip of bound parchment entrusted to you by Quicksand proprietress Momodi Modi. Oh, Mistress Momodi instructed you to seek me out, did she? Consider yourself fortunate to have such influential friends. I shall be brief, and you shall be attentive. You stand in the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, the busiest and most profitable marketplace in the Sultanate. Being advantageously situated in relation to the other city-states, Uldah's markets have ever served as both the literal and figurative centers of Eorzean commerce. All the great overland trade routes lead to our city, and the majority of maritime trade between Vilbrand and Aldenard passes through our ports. Because of this, countless companies and consortia have chosen Ul'dah as their base of operations. They see to it that this marketplace is awash with merchants and moneylenders day and night. Anything a man could ever desire can be purchased here, provided he has sufficient funds. Surely there's something you seek, adventurer. A deadlier sword, perhaps, or a shinier trinket? Whatever it is you want, the exchange will have it. To the north you will find merchants peddling armor and accessories, curatives and crafting materials. And to the south you will find weapons, tools, and an assortment of other useful items for sale. Seek out a particular merchant or browse to your heart's content, but do try to remain aloof should you find something that piques your interest. Decisions made in the heat of the moment are usually unwise, especially where coin is concerned. Lesson learned in real life. Not going into details, but trust me, yeah. That is all the complimentary aid you shall have for me, and far too much for my taste. I feel like he just kind of heard what I said, and he's just like, okay, anyway. My regards to Momodi. Now, off with you. And that takes care of that quest. Nope. Okay, there you go. You have completed all 3 tasks. Report back to Momodi at the quicksand. And we will fast travel there to the Adventurers Guild, since that's right outside the quicksand. And we should level up to level 3 once we get this quest handed in. The thing with Final Fantasy XIV, it's not about the level, it's where you are in the main story quest, basically, from what I understand, which is fine with me. Hello again, Momodi. How was your tour of the city, little? Get lost, did you? Aye, well, Uldah's a big place with lots to see and do, but wandering around aimlessly don't pay the bills. If you're serious about making a living here, you'll need to remember where things are. So when you go exploring, explore like you've got a purpose, eh? Alright then, all that's left is for you to work hard, make money, and spend it here at the quicksand. Spend money at the quicksand. I see what she's doing. So, the next quest I can't take right now, because I gotta be level 4. And Way of the Pugilist would reward me with 400 experience points, but with the combat it should give me enough to level once I hand this in. So we are going to go take care of this quest, which finally means we will have some combat and action in this gameplay. And another thing I did, bam, full on map. I always hit the wrong button when I do the map, and again I did it. Central Thanalon. Okay. Well, we'll see when we get out there. I already gained 31 experience points just from exploring the area. Ah, the music, just chef's kiss. So, battle. Select a target with the directional buttons and press confirm once the target. Press confirm a second time to switch to active mode and ready auto attack. Approach and face the target to start the battle. 2 rotating arrows will appear over the target you are currently attacking. Various actions such as spells or weapon skills can be performed by using the cross hotbar on the bottom of your screen. cross hotbars, only controller. I basically got the gist of this. Magic points, and then talking about your range, and then achievements. Yeah, and some achievements have rewards that are associated with them, which is pretty cool. Alright. Got some marmots here, basically big squirrels. I'll listen to this music. Nah. And then should also have some combat music too. Punch it. Ah. All these tutorials, gotta get through them. So first person to attack a target always receives 100% of the experience points. Yep. Binding items, item you equipped is now bound to you. Yep. Can't be sold, can't be traded anymore, it can be sold. Standard fare. Very standard fare. Ah. That takes care of the marmots. Got these giant bees. Well, I suppose everything looks giant for little. That would make sense. Get over here. We are not fighting that thing yet. Where's another bee? We gotta find shrews after this. If you haven't noticed yet, you don't actually have to loot the NPCs once you defeat them. And it just automatically does that for you, which, let me tell you, when I first started playing this game, totally took me for unawares. Okay, the shoes should be down here somewhere. I'm zooming. I feel so good. There's the shrews. Just kicks them with the little feet. Hiya. Hey. Couldn't have stayed on the rock? And that takes care of that quest. You have succeeded in slaying the specified creatures. Report back to Hammond at the Pugilist Guild. And just to show how it works, so we got return, which is basically, let's say we're talking World of Warcraft terms, it's essentially your Hearthstone. But yeah, turning in this class quest will get us up to level 4, so we will be able to start the next main story quest after we hand it in. If I remember right, class quests themselves, they're always, you get one every 5 levels. And then when you hit level 30, you get to the main class. Like, you start off as a pugilist, or you start off as, like, what, an archer or an arcanist. But then once you reach level 30, if you're a pugilist, you become a monk. Or if you're an archer, you become a bard. Arcanist, you become a summoner. And I can't think of the healing class you can also become for an arcanist. Does it actually? Let me see. Oh yeah, it'll say there, scholar. You could become a scholar. So yeah, but that's for another day. Let's go talk to Master Hammond. Tell them that we beat up those varmints. Please don't be copyrighted. Please don't be copyrighted. Please don't be copyrighted. I don't think it's copyrighted. Let's see. I'll give him a thumbs up. Alright. It's just the little things about this game. Ah, you're back, and none the worse for the exertion. Youthful vigor is a truly blessed thing. You've gotten off to a fine start, son. To help you on your way, I want you to have this hunting log. Within, you'll find the names of various creatures, opponents that you might hone your skills against. If you were to become strong, you mustn't neglect your training. Indeed, a pugilist is only as good as the number of strikes he's dealt. Get out there, little one, and let your fist fly. When the time is ripe, I'll teach you something new. There's no limit to the potential of youth. I look forward to seeing you come into your own. Ah. Next pugilist quest will become available from Hammond upon reaching level 5. What is this anyway? Marmot steak. A fillet of marmot grilled with sweet wild onions and pungent Garlean garlic. Garlean garlic. Every time I see that word Garlean, I think of the word garlic, so that can't be a coincidence. Anyway. Now we are level 4. So, pugilist forms, unlike other melee classes, pugilist weapon skills are used to cycle 3 unique battle forms which dictate the flow of weapon skill combos. Many pugilist weapon skills will either change your form upon execution or require you to be in a certain form to execute. There are also weapon skills which will grant damage bonuses when executed while in a certain form. I'm not trying to look at the right to see this guy dancing because I don't know why, but I'm about to just laugh out loud seeing it happen. And now he's just going off screen, and now he's coming back really slowly, and I'm not even watching him, it's just out of the corner of my eye. Oh lord. The 3 types of forms are as follows: Raptor, Coral. Sorry, I used to watch Walking Dead a lot, so the Coral memes are gonna happen. And Oppo. By successfully changing your form from Oppo to Raptor to Coral, precisely in that order, you will be granted an increase to attack potency, as well as other additional effects based on the weapon skills executed. Swiftly flowing from one form to the next, as the situation demands, is key to becoming proficient in the art of the monk. Okay, using items, very self-explanatory. And the hunting log is a record of your completion of tasks involving the slaying of certain creatures. By completing these tasks, you will earn rewards and unlock new challenges. Is that a cabbage cart? No! His cabbages! Is that an Avatar reference? I'm gonna say it is. Oh, that guy's still dancing. I'm just gonna do this so I don't get distracted. Once the log is open, select the class and difficulty to view the available challenges for that rank. Each challenge is marked with the class name and number, such as Lancer 1. Below that name and number, you will find the target, as well as how many of the target you will defeat, or you must defeat. Hovering over the target name will display one of the areas in which the target can be located. Targets indicated in your hunting log will have a special icon above their display name, making it easier to locate the creatures. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna go back to Mamodi and pick up the next main scenario quest. And we're gonna sprint that way. I just jumped over that man. Oh, and I almost outran the quicksand. And I just realized I kept my chat log up the whole time. I was supposed to have it off. Oh boy. I'm gonna last long, ain't I? Alright, Momodi. What you got? We must rebuild. Momodi of the Quicksand wants to introduce you to a certain someone at the Ul'dah dispatch yard. Well, youngling, how are you finding our fine Ul'dah then? Got your bearings about you yet? If so, mayhap it's time you ventured beyond the city walls. The bustling streets of Ul'dah are one thing, but the wilds of Thanalan, that's another altogether. I know a bloke you might fancy speaking to, and he you, name of Papashan. You'll find him over at the Ul'dah dispatch yard. No doubt he'll have some work for you. The dispatch yard's over in central Thanalan. Just head out the door across the hall and you'll see the Gate of Knowledge staring right back at you. Pass through it and head east. You'll come upon it before long. There's dangers beyond the wall, though, more than I care to count. Nothing too terrible, mind you, but feisty enough to attack if you draw near. Don't say nobody cared enough to warn you. Alright. We must rebuild. According to Momodi, a Lalafell named Papashan may have some work for a burgeoning adventurer. Exit the city through the Gate of Null and travel east. Find this Papashan at the Ul'dah dispatch yard and speak with him. And that is where we're gonna go. So, in case you're wondering, so what's the point of all these side quests? How come you're not doing them? In case you haven't played the game before. The side quests are there, essentially... So if you decide to play another class or a job, which the glory and beauty of this game, I should say, is you don't need to start a whole new character to play another class. You can be all these classes, but you do have to start back at level 1, or depending, I think, like, don't quote me, I could get this wrong. Let's say the samurai starts at, I don't know, level 30 or level 50. But you have to make it to that level first, I believe, or get to a certain story point. But the side quests are basically there to help you level a new job or class if you so wish. So you don't necessarily need to do them on your main character, which is nice. Can't wait to get my own chocobo. And the music that comes with it. You know the music I'm talking about. So what we're gonna do while we go to the new main story quest is fill out some of the hunting log. So I do gotta put the chat box back up there, at least for the hunting log, to see where I stand. So I need one more marmot to complete that entry. There's that. And then we take on the hornets. So we need 4 of them, so 3 more. Got that. In case that new move that I got when I leveled, let's see, actions and traits. So what we got was True Strike. Well, the one we've had since the start is Boot Shine. Delivers an attack with a potency of 180. Oppo form bonus guarantees a critical hit damage. Guarantees a critical hit. Damage dealt is increased when under an effect that raises critical hit rate. And what we just got at level 4 is True Strike. Delivers an attack with a potency of 270, can only be executed when in raptor form. So whenever you use Boot Shine, it changes your form to raptor, and that's why we can use True Strike, because we need to be in raptor form to use it. and then when we use True Strike, it changes our form to Coral. But we can only use these two for now. And also wanted to check the hunting log. Where's the hunting log? Oh, it would probably be under logs. That would make sense. So, hornet, marmot, snapping shrew. I know where the shrews are. They should be in that same spot. Go get the shrews, and then we can go to Papa-Shan. I feel like the shrews were here. Were they not? They had to be. Just a second, hold on. Did we go past this? Oh, I see the shrews. There they are. Okay. And level 5. Two more shrews. Ah. Okay. That's all for the hunting log for now. Don't need the chat log up. Let's go talk to Papa-Shan. Can I jump that? Oh, okay. Well, you certainly look the part of an adventurer, my friend. Might you be the good soul Momodi advised me to expect, I am Papa-Shan, station master of this humble dispatch yard. An empty title, I assure you. I truly am no more than a tired old Lalafell passing his final years in quiet and solitude. 12, no. There have been plenty of both these last 5 years since the calamity struck. The devastation was vast. Yet now two Uldans work together. Wait. Yet now two Uldans work together, doing all in our power to rebuild what was laid to ruin. By the sweat of our brows and the love of our home, we have rebuilt Ul'dah to the grandeur and majesty that you see today. The railways which run through this dispatch yard too were born of the noble efforts of a great many souls. But there is still much work to be done. The wounds left by the calamity run deep. Isolated areas beyond our lines of supply remain, and there are places yet wanting for relief and restoration. Ul'dah needs the aid of you and your brethren, friend. In fact, never has our need been more dire. Which brings me to the point, I suppose. I do believe I may have some work suited to one of your ability. Ah, say no more. And we got new gear too, which is always a plus. We should take those. And now we are level 6. Just like that. Armory chest. Since the armory system in Final Fantasy XIV allows you to change your class or job by simply changing the weapon or tool in your main hand, it is recommended that you always have several sets of gear on hand. However, gear can take up a tremendous amount of space in one's inventory, which is why all adventurers carry an armory chest. All gear purchased, crafted, or found is automatically stored in this chest, leaving your inventory free to fill with other items such as potions, crafting materials, and food. Gear in your armory chest is categorized and sorted by type, and can be equipped or discarded directly from the chest interface. The armory chest can be accessed at any time by selecting character from the main menu, followed by the armory chest. Yes, yeah. Let's see. So we got a pair of new pants, I believe. Nope, it was boots. Was it boots? It was boots, okay. Let's see. Item comparison. Nice Nice little upgrade to start off. Yes. Okay, hold on. I know that went through, but I gotta understand. So, okay, simple as that. Okay, I had to make sure. Nothing to see here. Station Master Papa-chan has a simple task for a fledgling adventurer. Since you've come all this way, perhaps you can perform an errand for me. It just so happens a number of sentries have been sent to guard the area. A dispatch to the dispatch yard, as it were. They have long been away from the shade and feather beds of the city. The hot days and cold nights can play hells on the mind and body out here. It isn't much, but go and give them these twilight pretzels, would you? I find comfort food always helps when I feel like... Oh my gosh, Papa-chan. Seriously? That's a little deep. You go from talking about pretzels to that? Jace. That's not right, bud. That's just not right. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Journal. Nothing to see here. Papa-chan feels for the Sultan Sworn, who have been tasked with defending the dispatch yard. It would like to do his part to keep the wary guardsmen on their feet. Take the twilight pretzels from Papa-chan and deliver them to the fatigued patrols. So, like I said before, the beginning of this game, the quests you're doing are so unconsequential, or inconsequential I should say. Like, there's just no reason for it, but I've been told there's a reason for everything. It just takes forever to get to that point, which is fine. It's a long road, but the payoff is worth it from what I hear, and I want to be here for it. Big guy wants a pretzel? Want a pretzel? If I could talk right? Halt, sir, I'm going to have to ask you to put the pretzel on the ground and place your hands above your head. Twilight pretzel. A traditional Dunesfolk bread twisted into the shape of a knot and sprinkled generously with coarse ground salt before being baked to a perfect brown resembling twilight over Thanalon. State your name and business. A twilight pretzel from Papa-chan? By the gods, forgive me. You could say this new post has my nerves in a twist. Oh. I'm terribly sorry for that. Yes, well, you may rest assured that the dispatch yard is safe so long as I stand watch. Please give Papa-chan my thanks and tell him that I only wish I could repay the favor. Guy's got dad jokes. Next guard should be over yonder somewhere. Behind this tree. Wait. Oh, there he is. I gotta remember that. 12 save me. Scorching days, freezing nights. This post will be the end of me. A twilight pretzel. Don't mind if I do. Ah, now that's a refreshing goddamn pretzel. I feel reborn. These people are serious about their pretzels. And the last guard down this way. Ah, over by that post. Why the good music stop? It's all very quiet. Western front clear. Eastern front clear. How about a pretzel? For me? From Papa-chan. A twilight pretzel. My favorite. How did he know? Can't fight on an empty stomach now, can I? Actually, I can't fight on any stomach. I suppose you could say I have no stomach for fighting. Sure. The sentries are most appreciative of Papa-chan's pretzels. Return to the Lalafellin station master and inform him that the dispatch yard remains well protected. don't know why I did that, but it happened. I gave a couple guards some pretzels. And jump twice your height. There we go. You've returned, and with a deal fewer pretzels. I see. Tell me, how fare our Sultan-sworn sentries? Do they have anything to report? Anything at all? What? Nothing? Are you sure? Oh dear. Take this for your troubles, then, and stay a moment. There is more I would ask of you. Okay, what do we have? I can't use that. I can use that. I can't use that. Gives me a few extra gold pieces, but I'll take the Bone Hora. Okay. Little, I have just this moment. No, the time for concealment is past. The truth is, even before I had you deliver those pretzels, I was privy to some most unsettling news. Which is the real reason I sent you to meet the Sultan-sworn. Papashan is in dire need of your assistance. A young noblewoman from a very prestigious family has run away from home, and I have been ordered to see to her safe return. The Sultan-sworn you met earlier are assisting with the search. Alas, it seems they have found no trace of her. I apologize for not being frank with you from the start, but we must proceed with caution. Should word of her disappearance spread, I fear others with less honorable motives may join the hunt. And should we allow her to come to any harm, not even 100 beheadings would be punishment enough. That cannot happen, Little. It must not. I need you to help me find her. The nod of the head. Iconic. Praise the 12, I knew I could count on you. I have instructed the others to expand the search, but Thanalan is vast and there are only so many of us. The young noblewoman's name is Lady Lilira. I want you to go south and look for her in the vicinity of the Sultan Tree. Good luck. Now, this is actually a sort of important quest. So, since I happen to hit level 6, let's see. I'm actually going to go back to town first and go back to Master Hammond to pick up the next Pugilist quest. Do the class quest first and then go back to the main story quest, since it is a fairly important quest. You'll see why. Just not this episode. Sorry about that. Alright. Guildmaster Hammond wishes you to learn the basics of combinations. You kind of already know it, though. You've been training hard, Little. Aye, I can tell by the lightness of your steps and the length and the strength of your fists. I reckon you're ready for your next lesson. But before we begin, some warming up's in order. For this, I've scattered some gil across Ul'dah. I want you to run around the city and pick it all up. Now, that's my money lying out there, so I want you to go about it like there's an Amalja warband on your heels. In other words, I want you to sprint. Of course, you can't go sprinting indefinitely. Your body needs to rest a while after each burst of speed. This may sound elementary, but I'm telling you this to demonstrate a point. As a pugilist, it's essential that you learn to pace yourself in a fight, else you're liable to get worn out. And when that happens, the fight's as good as over, and you'd be sorry if you had bet on yourself. You encounter objects with which you interact simply by approaching then selecting. I do not know why we needed inventory. Okay, a tutorial for that. I mean, this is very self-explanatory. Harder than rock. To get you warmed up for the lesson, Hammond bids you run and pick up the gil that he has scattered across the city. By sprinting as often as possible, you will be able to complete the task more swiftly. So there are 5 piles of coins we gotta find. That is what the tutorial basically told me to do. Like, there's just no point for it. It was very self-explanatory. Alright, suppose we gotta sprint. Oh, wait. I'm on the wrong tool set. Oh, hello ladies, this is not your money. This was apparently here already. I don't want to seem like I'm intruding. Let's see. Huh, nobody said anything. We got more coins in here. I see 1. Okay. He said to sprint. He never said anything about using the Ethernet. So we're gonna use the Ethernet. Where be these coins? In the fountain, because why not? Actually, it kind of makes sense. If somebody saw that, they'd say I'd be stealing the money from there. Some of these are in really suspicious spots. The Thaumaturge's Guild. Okay, I did see it back here. So now that we got the gil, report back to Master Hammond. We'll sprint back. Probably run out of sprint before we get back there, but no biggie. Or not. Got here a lot faster. Now we're out. That's my money lying out there, son. I thank you to hurry and pick it all up before some vulture swoops on it. Got your money. Bent and faded beyond recognition, even the most desperate of beggars will pause before accepting this coin. 500 gil. Crikey, this is good for a week's worth of... I mean, well done, little. Now that you're all warmed up, we can see to your lesson. A trial, to be precise. Take yourself to Scorpion Crossing at Western Thanalon. There you'll find 4 large stones. The trial stones, they're called. I want you to deal each of these stones a solid boot-shine combo. The impact will arouse the earth sprites that sleep within, which you must then defeat. If you find yourself hard-pressed, there's no shame in running away. You're still learning the ropes after all. Once you've gotten your wind back, you can hurl yourself into the fray again. And remember this, strikes bring down opponents, but it's your footwork that keeps you standing. Now, off you go, little, and good luck. Basically telling me to punch rocks. Hammond is excessively pleased for someone who is getting his own money back. Satisfied that you are warmed up, he next bids you make your way to Scorpion Crossing at Western Thanalon. Once there, seek out the 4 trial stones situated nearby and deal each of them a boot-shine combo. The impact will draw out earth sprites which you are required to defeat. I just want to read the new move that we got. Snap Punch. Delivers an attack with a potency of 220. 280 when executed from a target's flank. Can only be executed when in coral form. Additional effect changes form to Oppo Oppo. I'm never going to say that word the right way. It will always be coral. So I do apologize in advance. But I'm going to leave it at that because I do believe I'm approaching an hour. So that's about as long as I got to record these videos. But I do hope you enjoyed this. Next time we will go finish the class quest, and then we will go do the fairly important main story quest that we have coming up next. And if you haven't played it yet, I will say that that quest actually introduces voice acting for the first time in the game, and you will see why A Realm Reborn is notorious for some voice acting. You'll see. It's okay. It's not the worst. It's definitely not the best, but it's something. But that'll be a next episode. So I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like on this video. Leave a comment. Give me some constructive criticism, what you would like me to do better. I would definitely appreciate it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It's just a click. Doesn't cost a thing. You know how YouTube is. Just give me a subscription. I'd deeply appreciate it. And until next time, I hope you all take care of yourselves and your loved ones. Thank you very much.